gentlemen, welcome to it, our very first episode.
Wait. You're feeling like EFF has turned against the South African people. Maubuga social media, they're saying if EFF is for everybody else except for South Africans. They're supposed to go.
Kasi.
Mabuyakune plus la bashuthi la la South Africa you'll
touch up. That's the thing.
Kumele uyoqasha ka Van der Merwe somewhere.
I'm charging I find that. Okay, rumors has it ukuthi mayena there's going to be nangzana development yehotel yabona, but then we try to reach Mr. Mpete yabona, but then wathi mayena the only people azokhuluma nabo abantu abazoba ne interest ukuthi mhlambe iyenzeka lento nangabe kuyenzeka. But we call it spade.
Asingeni.
Watch it out on risk. We out of here. Bye bye.
See ya.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to it, our very first episode podcast. Everything las khuluma khona ngakho konke, nanoma ngabe yini, nanoma ngabe ubani, nomi kanjani, uyayibona into yakhona, uncensored, unfiltered. Angihambi ngi-one. Reps is here, Rems is here, Mr. X is also here. Are you good, guys?
Mfethu. Abasikhethi balala muntu mfethu. Siyashaya.
Shagwasana.
Noma wasana siyashaya.
Okuphambi
Serious issues.
Yeah, hey, it's been one hell of a week. What do you guys think of the Operation Tutula thing and the EFF with the incident that just recently happened?
Hayi futhi nje sibuka namuhla lento le nje masirecorda nje ngathi besidudulana le ekhala form. So inangizana i-Operation Tutula ithi mayena these are illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
Kwamele zingatholi i-healthcare services to our local hospitals.
Yeah.
EFF ithi next wonke umuntu kwamele abe nayo access to primary healthcare. Yeah. And I think obviously it boils down to the ndaba ya Dr. Bob.
Yeah.
Ukuthi watshela umama seZimbabwe ile Limpopo ukuthi hayi madoda. Angofika lana nence bese nithi makomle sinanza sineza ama healthcare.
Mina I understand le ndaba ukuthi everybody deserve medical healthcare. I concur. But my issue is now us fighting against ourselves, what message does it send? What message does it send to the world? Because if you look at this thing, for the longest time we knew EFF as advocating for the African child. Now, because of the things that are happening in this country and the people of South Africa being desperate, now they're feeling like EFF has turned against the South African people. Maubuga social media, they're saying if EFF is for everybody else except for South Africans. You understand? So what is happening now? It continues to emphasize what people are saying, because now it's EFF fighting against South Africans, which I'm not saying the people when anybody magagula kumele angalitholi usizo, but the thing is we need to deal with the migration problem, because if we don't deal with that, we'll always have this thing like what will find us fighting against ourselves.
But then I mean, okay, I think it's a good thing, it's a good point to raise. You should not fight against each other. But then Operation Tutula, the advocates are in their right. Illegal immigrants, they must follow due processes. Now, mama asylum seekers, they are one of them. Yes. Mutana feel na legally so a card in fact, akusika amaqanqa kanla. Bayasenzela abantu bangena bayaphuma nje umuntu nje banjwa icramp yakhe nje eZimbabwe wena kumngcele uyabuya lana uthi hayi vele ngiyagula vele bese bayamsiza kusabuyile futhi ngala hayi no.
You know, it's one of those things la sithi khona ngcono ke vele asithi masibasiza sithumelele mnangango webhill. Mnangango must foot the bill
one time. Why anganezwe ibhill vele?
I know. Because everything that is happening is because of Nangango. When people got rid of Robert Mugabe, they thought they were trading for a better person, but they traded for a worse devil than the one they knew.
They knew also.
So now the problem now it's becoming a SADC problem. It's not becoming a Zimbabwean problem. You understand?
What
And
does
I
the
think
SADC
another
say?
issue that we're having with these things is there's deafening silence that is within our government. There's a deafening silence there. They're not saying anything.
Because one thing, speaking of Elon, he said it, ne? Angithi ila mazwe lawa is now on the southern hemisphere,
Yeah.
like your Lesotho, Zimbabwe,
Botswana,
Botswana,
Mozambique,
you
yeah.
understand? And those people, like bonke labantu labam, I think in Botswana also had a problem with
The same
Zimba-
thing,
yeah,
yeah.
Zimbabweans, yeah.
the Zimbabweans abaqhamuka bengena. But at the same time, I looked at some of the pictures that they shared online in terms of the services.
Yeah.
Their ambulance, even you see,
Hey, sonke maveni.
no, like
Hayi baba.
Baki.
Thina amavitamin mfo.
Iveni, bo.
like
standards,
yabo
standards,
hips
mfowethu.
Hilux
Ah.
inetende ibhalwe ngopende la ngemuva ukuthi ambulance, then inalama bhang lawa wamasondo lawa la ebhakini.
Can what is Mtangangwa were doing with the tax
Ah.
money as a
Kodwa so lapho nini I think last week abantu basemalawi ba 145 babagwebile eZimbabwe for being illegal immigrants.
Exactly.
Standards.
So
Exactly. Exactly.
ngibona IOL ngithi ama double standards yazini.
manje ivelile indaba yezinophobia.
Izovelela.
yithi kuphela abaxenophobic.
You know, I'm beginning to think, I don't know, maybe I might be digressing a bit. I'm beginning to think ukuthi ngathi khona lesandle simhlophe la kule nto yazinophobia. Lesa sizama ukuthi manje si destabilize thine ukuthi singabi together so that we can forget indaba yomhlaba. Why so?
Hayi standard fitness vele nje umoya uyabhebhetheka la
It-
bhebhetheka komoya vele. There are some people, there are people with greater powers who are behind all this.
Yeah.
And bafuna nje sonke nje sisanganise nje inhloko nje singazazi ukuthi sithini. Kuba ngathi siyazondana sodwa ndasizondana sodwa thina.
Yeah, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. But the thing is, why is the government quiet?
Ukhulume president wenu during Q&A on Tuesday eParliament wathi no bazoyifakela amehlo lento leyo and then throw ama SADC.
So
The silent
SADC.
So
yeah, the silent one.
wait, so kudingeke kuze bomshange Q&A kungikhana abanesay.
Yeah, angeke azakhuluma with
It's
that.
always that. It's always like that.
Nah, standard.
It's always like that.
Ayasna president.
It's always like that. It just pains me because we are really strained in terms of the facilities that we have, even for ourselves.
Our health system vela.
It's really
Fucked up.
strained. Silimele kakhulu
Fucked up.
for ukuthi singaphinde sikwazi ukuthi si accommodate abantu that are here illegally. At least mhlawumbe umuntu siyazi ukuthi asinesihlobo esikhona esivakashile.
Woza nephepha mfethu.
Phela.
Woza nephepha mfethu lisho ukuthi kunakunika igunya ukuthi ube khona.
Ube la.
Then
And
standard.
uzokwenzani?
Ngeke sikuxoshe. Phela.
And uzokwenzani uze la? You can't
fit.
just be here.
Yeah.
So hey, let's hope we'll get something ezosikhipha.
Bafana nabomuso labo unanzana. Abantu basiba seZimbabwe. Bayabulala bese bayaphika futhi.
Khona lapho into yakhona.
Wenzani Musa vele?
Speaking of that, apparently he broke his silence following ukubhala. I want to read this out, ne? Faith Ujafta, Sweetness Jafta, his girlfriend, this guy that he allegedly killed, ne?
Yeah.
Before azopapa tweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the girlfriend wrote, Kambule refused to speak to him and said he was not interested in what he wanted to say because he was not interested in him romantically. I then asked them to go and speak outside because there were people in the house. Kusho Sweetness Jafta, statement right? Utika, when I checked to see what was happening outside, I saw Kawula running after Kambule, of which Kambule lo washon, with a big knife and stabbing him. He fell in front of my brother's parking. I then asked one of my friends to go and try to stop what was happening. He stabbed him in the chest and at the back. But in Pendulo, Gamusa Uti, I stabbed him in his groin.
Okay, ngiyabona konke. Waboshwa wenzakalani? Like waboshwa yena lo Musa wakhona noma. Phela Musa phela into angenza ngayo. Uyazazi indaba zabantu.
Strong drop
Uyazazi indaba zabantu.
Apparently when he was taken in, he acted insane.
Manje ayigulisa. Nonsense. Oh.
Zantreza. Then wenziwa ke le psychiatric what assessment evaluation exactly. Then Musa scot free.
Kanjalo nje.
Wait, so lento le labandla laba assess abantu ukuthi ba right or abekho right hayindaba ngathi bayasfail. Ukwabona kulezi zinto lezi every time when a white person kills one of our people, they plead insanity. And then when they get there, akuthiwa vele uyahlanya. Kanti kuyenziwani la kwento?
Ngiyakhumbula kudala umntwana lo mfana waseSpain lo wasebenza umntwana omncane wathi hayi emqondweni wakhe beyangekho right. Nonsense.
So yena umqondo wakhe uma ungekho right uyavukela.
Hayi nonsense lento le.
Drive njani to that ungekho right?
Kanti Musa wayamuphi ngani mfethu? Hawo madoda. Musa kunama eyewitness Musa.
Kunama eyewitness.
And then hawo. Okay manje asahlanyi manje.
Njoba bhala.
Shusho manje simkhole yonke into ayibhalayo. Ngoba asahlanyi.
Ngoba asahlanyi. So should it post everything, but then I think with the girlfriend writing, she's trying to challenge the outcome.
Wait, so the
girlfriend the verdict, yeah.
The girlfriend they khulume recently now.
Yeah, like this week.
Oh, this thing is still ongoing.
Yeah.
Literally like for a couple of months.
Namuhla ngibonile uMusa ubamba ispace. Ukhuluma ngamanje ageza uspace.
Yeah, khuluma ngayo.
Ubamba ispace yamanje ungathi ufuna ukwenza ama clarity.
Yeah, ama clarity and all that. But
But
then an insane person ukhumbulani.
Okay. Sikhona isidumbu kanti vele.
Yes.
Yabona vele there was.
Njengoba like
but yena nje uyachaza ngamgwaze kuphi wamgwaza kuphi.
Yabo.
Oh, so ukugwazana kona kwabakho.
Ukugwaza kukhona and like the statement, because eqaleni lo owayekhulume nelo ne tabloids wangafuna ukumention ukuthi wathi uMusa, if I can't have you nobody will. Wazwa mluma even a lip.
Yena uyigame usana. Oh my sorry, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Is that?
I was cancela la.
Kanti umthita ade lokhuluma ithekeni noma umthita naye. Lo khulumayo manje.
Sweetness is a female, the girlfriend of the lead. Hear this
but
out.
Then the late should begin by shaka ngapha.
Hear this out, ne?
No, bayashaka ngapha ngapha late.
Kusho lokho.
Oh.
The way kungakhona. Hear this out. Uthi ukhambula refused to speak to him, Musa, and said he was not interested in what he wanted to say to him because he was not interested in him romantically. Ukambula was not interested in Musa romantically.
So who was yelling who?
So then Musa said, if I can't have you, nobody will.
So who was yelling who?
I don't know.
To Musa bathanda mchita. Umchita wamwathi current.
Wathi umchita no.
Wathi but I fuck off.
So mase sawukwaziwa nje mangabe bobafa sibafuni.
And this thing kuthiwa yenzeke this year ngoMarch nge4 emzini endlini ka yakhe uSweetness eFredenberg eWestern Cape.
Kanti le made anti recent la.
Yeah, this year.
Into yaseWestern Cape.
Western Cape.
Yeah, ne.
Hayi ziyakhala.
No, Eastern Cape there's enyobeni.
But vele kahle na vele.
Nako kakhulu.
Yabona mfethu yabona talking about enyobeni mfethu. Just now nje ngiyabona manje ba inanzani Department of Health. Yeah, Department of Health yele bekhuluma nama families banikeza i-report ukuthi kahle nabantu ababo laba abananzane ababashona le enyobeni tavern. Babulawe suffocation.
Yeah.
Because being
overcrowding, yes. But on that video you saw the crowd.
Wait.
Yeah, so now the problem is with the family. It's family mayekena. Kokuqala why bangasiniki anything documented yabo ukuthi isho ukuthi abantu zathi athini. bababiza ngathi ayibenzani benze ngathi eholweni or something bababiza nga1 bakutshele ukuthi hayi mntana wakho wabulawa yini babiza nga1 but ngomlomo verbally yabo they are not giving you
anything ebhaliwe
yabo that's gonna say that but then now because obviously anti into eyenzakalayo ama family lama family akhala ngokuthi no abantu abethu they were poisoned.
Yeah. So if forensics yona iyo le ezena ukuthi they suffocate.
Yeah,
but then they suffocated from like what? The room ran out of oxygen.
No, bekunenangza technologists they baneze.
But the stampede is suffocate
I don't because now this
suffocate over inangza over inangza kuba babe overcrowded suffocate. So I would think and assume if ubuka lapha le ndawo le ngike ngayinothi ngayibuka lapha like RDP ngoda bay extend yabona but then there's only one
exit
yabona. Okay, so let's say umuntu sekuyabaleka noma kwenzekala noma kune stipend vele nami ngigibela phezulu kwakudla lephansi ngiyathela
but then this
awukho uphefumula phela
so
ngigibela phezulu omunye ngigibela phezulu omunye.
Okay, that's a stampede if
ngigibela phezulu bese suffocate at stipend.
But
remember into eyenzeka Ellis Park Ellis Park Stadium
that was a stampede
but then abantu bashona for in through in it's suffocating on it because they did not receive enough oxygen. Azange ukuthi bagwajwa insimbi ukuze bafe.
So lapha there was no chemicals
no imarithat namuhla asho njalo.
But the first report
but
the
preliminary report
yes
bebasola angazi any chemical but that's got to do with the gas or something.
How?
But then manje sebayichinja bathi
how
suffocation.
The question is how do you draw that? You understand? Like for an example, let's say njoba sihleli la sisho ukuthi let's say the lights are dangerous. The reason why we bringing in it possibility ukuthi mhlambe ulinyazwe ilo mhlambe let's say in a UV for an argument's sake.
Yeah.
The reason why we bring in suggestion ye UV is because it's present.
Hey, kubhadalwe ba.
Nasi evaluator EUV present.
Mara ngathi khona obhadaliwe.
But now if you have ilokungani yakho yabolo because they said ama samples are show.
So akekho obhadaliwe.
I don't know.
Mzali. Akekho obhadaliwe.
Guys, into eyenzakalayo manje istatement esikhishwa iDepartment of Health. So through forensic national. So it's yona abantwana bashone through suffocation because it was overcrowded. Yabona.
Okay.
But
so
mina
then.
Oh, okay. Okay, umuntu abangambopha.
Yamaketha mzala.
Ish.
Uzosibhadala ne.
Uxolele bafethu. Ngoba ukuthela kahle.
Uzosibhadala. I think the entire country
Mr X next time uzongenzela mfat. No, I think into ezokuyenzeka sibari ukuthi once the result yabona aphumile. The most important thing is but that's why I always tell people we yabona the power of market yabona. They say bekushone umuntu ekhayibona nemali.
Yeah.
Bathi bona they will hire their own private doctors
Yeah.
to do inangzane pathology yabona test and everything ukuthi ba check ukuthi intanabo kahle bona wabulawa yini. I think mhlambe we are going to get a different result.
Exactly.
Yabona. But then now the problem is there's quite a lot of things that can link government with.
Yeah.
Kokuqala le ndawo le it was good, it was licensed, but it was known. Yabona. Being packed where was it patrol unit amaphoyisa kude particular place underage bonke labantu laba bebakubo nabantu bomthetho bangapatrol indawo and babafonela ba responda late abanye babakhala ngabe bakhala basho ukuthi madoda kunento esoyenzakalani la nabona wozani bendawo le but ngenxa yokuthi yabona mosi lento okujwayela ukuthi man kancobile vele siyazi uyayibona lento leyo. So now very obviously sekwamele ukuthi abanye ngibani beya wrong ngibani beya right. Oqala angeke uze okay owner ungambophisa uthini ngestipend ikubeni noma overcrowding ikubeni yena at that particular day beyangekho
uzothini
yena uthofela amabhounce ukuthi sekwenzeka into eso
Mbala South Africa.
but then manje into eyenzakalayo bengicela bazombopha ngencaba ukuthi ngendaba yokuthi labantu bekune chemical poison.
Yeah.
But then because now it has been eliminated yabona and
but mzala
and then kwenzakala
noma ngabe ubukhona or ubungekho but you are still responsible because the establishment is yours.
Exactly.
The
But
business
then
is
now,
yours.
now I need to a court.
Yeah.
When I say a court, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove in a court of law.
Mhm.
In fact, me nangajela mina patrons, my staff members are clapping yam, ukuthi madoda, hundreds yabantu kuphela. But I've got other interests, I've got other businesses. I'm not always there at the club. Now,
So,
like,
Mara,
but 200 uzotshelwa ngubani ngoba angekho. I'm not there.
Angiboni.
But I ask all my lawyers. My lawyers will defend me. I'm not there. But ngizotshelwa ngubani ukuthi now it's overcrowded. Yabona. But I was not there. I mean, I was only called nabathi mayena madoda sikonakele. And then I rushed to a club. Yabona. So who should be blamed?
Communicated with them,
Yes.
the law, but delay.
Yabona. And the mind eshaya yi-one ukuthi labantwana futhi apart from eklabhini phakathi bagcwele nangaphandle abaningi ba-under age as well. Yabona. RIP to them. But then obviously it always have to boil down to those things ukuthi nathi nasiphethe amaklabhu we must make sure ukuthi emadoda i-under age asivumele emaklabhini. Okwesithuna singaboni ngenxa ukuthi i-event imnandi sokusifaka abantu. Mina I bet to my last cent baningi futhi amaklabhu onasi angawazi i-capacity
Yendawo yawo.
Yeah, ukuthi abendawo yami
Ngaphandle kwe-under age.
yeah ngaphandle kwe-under age ukuthi umuntu anakazi athi yabonana if usengene 100
Sengiright.
sengiright but nakhona bababala njani 100 ngoba sometimes azingeni ngamathikithi. Phela noma amathikithi they will give an idea ukuthi bayingakho abantu abathenga amathikithi so this is how many people I'm expecting. Yabona. But then whom are you going to blame it? Nabo bathi babulawe through suffocation.
Let's give the country to gating.
Posa.
Let's give the country to gating. This is the
Mara angithi uyazi ukuthi la eMzansi sinama issues.
But
Abantu labane la South Africa i-problem yethu. We are afraid of change.
bruh.
There are people who would rather stay in abusive relationship than change. Is it in a like South Africa? We are like a muntu abusive relationship. You are abused and you claim ukuthi umuntu uyakuthanda because we still stuck with this thing. We've been complaining since the dawn of democracy. But we're still going back to the same thing.
siyasaba vele khona shem yabona
It changes.
But
As long as singabuyiseli izwe kubelungu.
But I mean speaking about Mackenzie mfethu executive mayor. Anithi bebamphikisa ukuthi hayi wena le ndaba yakho yalokuthi mayena vele ipay yakho uyisebenzisi. Hayi na izolo wabakhombisa izolo.
He came gun blazing.
Nikeza payslip
Mara
wabaneza nama expenses ukuthi imali ke nayahola uyenzana okwesikhathi udonatela ngibone ngathi udonatela inetball nini niyeze ngathi 15,000 umntwana 30,000 the only person ongathi kule district yakhe ongena umi South Africa noma into efana lezo nini khona umntwana omunye beka from university angana laptop uthengele laptop lo muntu ndoda nahola
well done integrated.
But
I still have a question.
Uthi nakathathi futhi even amanangzane lama extras.
But I still have a
bodyguards
question.
imoto but then manje uyiprove ngoba nayo uattach ini payslip yakhe waattach ini ma statements ukuthi wenza
le
imali.
question. Yebo ongende.
Okay, before
Sithini stance zakhe kumhlaba. Phela yonke le nto uyafanza emhlabeni.
No, I mean obvious nayo wavosa awudanda kwemhlaba ukuthi vele umhlaba kwamele ubhele ngathi kuyithi yabo but then the problem is yena into ayishoyo ukhala ngokuthi yena mayena kwamele ungangena officeini mina ngiyambonde kuye ayicabanga khona officeini mhlambe lomkhandlu being a mayor executive with an empty stomach because uzogimbela
Omabona mbibonke labantu khona uzulu.
Unganena shila kalamba uthi nama business akhe phela
Bayingakhi kodwa bafana.
Huh?
Yeah,
No,
that's the thing.
Others would argue ukuthi hayi unamabhizinisi wathathaphi. Mhlawumbe nje wenza ama-deal emasayidini abo government into akafuna ukusitshela.
No,
But then the problem is
problem nema-business.
what matters yabona is the mind. Yabo the way acabanga ngakhona ukuthi akadili. Because I understand the story.
But look at this, look at this but. Bangeni bantu office balambile. Angikole ungena suit. Still kuyafana.
Greedy. Akekho hungry, he's greedy.
Lawyer.
That one is greedy.
Well, akakalambi. Remember phela kuvota kwethu lapha we were excited ukuthi now we are putting in a billionaire. Yebo, so angeke akhwabanise. Vele imali ephalaphala.
Greedy. Iphalaphala ibenza ukuthi greedy.
So that's the thing, they are gating. There's ibuza ukuthi okay, you can say manje not everyone lo akusikuthi wonke umuntu mhlambe onganamali is the same as they will do the same.
No, true.
Because I'm thinking the only problem lies accountability. No one is holding anybody accountable in this country. You understand?
Yeah, I think you are raising a very valid point, because if now I'm becoming a mayor. These are the things that I need to do. I've got this 100 days to deliver them. If I don't do that, then let me be axed.
Yeah.
Because I don't forget about food that. I'm not forgetting food mean. Because if we get him now, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be a mayor, I'm gonna be a minister, I'm gonna be an MEC, and I'll be given a task at hand, because I've got my teachers who are advising me, and the managers, Mama, guys, these are the things as country also. This needs to be achieved at that particular period of time. But you, as a leader, you should give yourself that particular task. Whatever the case may be, let's do it. And the first 100 days, they are very much important. So that you can check with my can you be able to deliver now or not? Go back the 100 days, go back the evaluation.
Not just the 100, the first 100.
Yeah, now
and the second 100.
Yeah, but
and the third 100.
Yes.
First.
After logo, the 100 days and the next 5 years.
Yeah, I understand.
But then it should be Christian. I was following him on Twitter. I could find by a mother, what was our irrigator, what and we are posted, we are farmer photos, when's that my video. We are when's I know. Nini recently open any swimming pool and swim line there one. But then I'm felt okay, we need such leaders like man is bad. It's not a matter of which political party what it's about which leaders can we get that can be of the interest of the people and that can deliver and use taxpayers' money on the right manner,
you see,
and on the right way. We need all those things repaired now. We just need that.
Finding that is problematic because everybody will promise that. But what we were saying now, the thing is accountability. Now reviewing. After these days we check what have you delivered, what have you done. You understand? In the scope, because these people, they don't have a scope of work. Like they don't have a timetable. You must achieve. We're not saying you'll achieve everything because there's gonna be things as a salary.
On paper, but now, yes.
But now,
yeah, that's I know. Scope of work is gone. That's why go back on with this financial year. Yeah. We are doing these projects. So that's why if March. But already budget financial year is and in the scope of work side it says what is that needs to be done on this financial year. So that's why it comes back to your point, accountability. Now when's the what now better project
how do you account
if not division why
exactly
because
I remember sikhuluma ngayo lento le ukuthi lento le but in this financial speech la wala bawenza budget speech yes. So masikhuluma ngabo ukuthi it's good and all bawakhipha lama budget basho ukuthi this money is for that, this money is for that, but I've never seen us getting a report ukuthi manje le mali yenzeni
ihambe kangakanani.
You understand? Bawukutshela ukuthi there's this in the forensics forensic report. They don't ayichachwa ibekwe phansi kuthiwe manje my findings ilawa whatever nothing.
I mean always general which is some 93% yama misparties if not more in South Africa.
That's what we want. Name them. Ungasitshela 93 what?
No, actually I keep it.
No, I keep it report.
But you need to know show.
Like we
accountability. But I keep at the municipality. I perform right this financial year, now last year financial year. But then they messed up the same. You as an organization, why what as it not? Self-deploy yahluleka ngono sikhiphe sifaka
umuntu. Sengamshintshe simuse because into lo ibuke ngeruling party. Uganga ngapha bakutshele ukuthi hamba uganga ngapha hamba uganga ngapha kanti
no I think even yonke mina bona kahle nasibari mina I always tell people that even with the ANC, I want to to their mission statement, my policies are on. If you're gonna read that particular document, even the EFF, they make perfect sense. But then the implementation is important.
Angeke ubathole abantu laba good kabi ngokubhala ama policy njenge-ANC ababhala shame.
Mahle.
Phela deliver phela.
Hey, but the implementation thereof, fit.
Yeah, siyibhekile ka-18 Ukraine uSharp. I want us to look at the EPL, English Premier League.
Football.
As Manchester City, the citizens.
Team yema 2000.
Ibukeka interesting this year.
Yabona ngithi nakhamba uSterling Jesus bahamba no Jesus. Hey, yabona uHaaland nabantu bayamthenga. Okay, Haaland vele from Dortmund mina bengimthemba ukuthi yabona lo mthitho uzodeliver. But the thing is with the EPL it pressure too much. It's the biggest league in the world. Yabona ungadlala bo Spain, udlalele bo France, udlalele enkulu. Kodwa bona EPL. Hayi baba hluthuka isidindi lapha. Abo Haaland isibali bengithi ngiyaza adjust. But buka manje bayizolo ushaya hat-trick futhi. Weekend ushaya hat-trick. Yeah, second hat-trick. Yive amangalo produce.
Second hat-trick.
Yeah, in a row. But then the problem is
but if we're being fair. We're being fair. Kumenzithi kulula ukora madoda.
They create.
Imenzithi idrebule iziyofika enethini bese ithi kora.
But there's so much competition but this
yes.
No
EPL. Opposition abo ayadlala madoda.
Opposition i-top 4 kuphela the rest bomalume.
Oh next.
Who else is there?
Bukasenali yenzani manje?
Hayi labo
every first leg
5-5 phela manje phela bathi not 14 yaqala ukuna 5 games in a row
5-5 ne
but guys
who did they beat? Who did they beat?
Hayi bashaya amathimba amakhulu.
Which one? Top 4 khona team abadlala nayo kule top 4.
Webadlala hayi top 4 no bangayengaba.
Bayingiphi team
kodwa ndoda na Liverpool yashaya Manchester United.
Kanti Manchester United top 4 team ba.
Ndoda top 4 team Manchester United.
Hey man, yeah, it's on the resurgence. Ungabhekeli Manchester.
So that's why ngisho ukuthi mina emfethu yabona
with Arsenal. No, ku first leg they all.
But yazi mzala wenzani? Ufuna ukuthatha Manchester United ayifake ku same nabo Bournemouth.
So into yona i top 4 yakho yini Liverpool.
Top 4 teams is England.
Liverpool.
Oh yeah,
Manchester United City.
Yeah.
Tottenham.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah. Why ubalela ama team lawo?
Ngiyabuza
wena usho i-top 4 lephelele ku-league manje.
Lo unethemba.
Actually England kune top 6.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, mara idlalile Arsenal ne Tottenham. No.
Basangana.
Idlalile ne-Chelsea. Chelsea bomalume.
Hey, this is in Chelsea man.
Mara on a serious note, let me show umzala. England you not guaranteed points ukuthi uyaphi.
England not. England is a friend. Yabona ngiyabona ama Arsenal yona vele sibali ispeed hamba ngaso kodwa I can guarantee you second leg.
That's the problem I have with Arsenal. First leg of the league they are good. It's either draws or wins yabo or ilose yabo is not like into ongayikhalela uyabona the few mistakes then that's why they lost. But second leg
Mara, what Arteta is doing a good job.
Cool.
The backing of the coach. What I like about Arsenal is the backing of the manager. Because Arteta wathi manje uhambisa Uber. Aubameyang. They azange baqhamaze. They just sold him. We understand? And then they gave him what you want. Which is the contrary, which is a contrary to what is happening to Manchester United. It's owned by Americans. They know nothing about football. All they're thinking about is business. Because now, a coach may figure he's tagging nabo
United fan
he's tagging nabo ubalo mlo.
Business.
He's tagging nabo McTominay. You can't win nothing nabo McTominay. Because he specializes at nothing. So Now, the past 7 years,
They
the last past 7 years, but coach wonke lama coach akhala same thing. They don't want to buy players.
But they want to profit.
And then Balanda Solskjaer. Hey, Solskjaer akwazi ukuthenga ama player akase wacoach ndawo uhambe uyothenga abo Harry Maguire nga 80 million. Uba like Van Dijk
nokukhuluma ngomuntu onenhlahla
England phela Maguire.
Van Dijk wathengwa nga 79 million. Look at Van Dijk. Outprice wa Maguire.
Yo,
eyintweni zonke ezikhona emhlabeni Maguire. Maqeda kuthenga Maguire. Ubothe Mourinho lo wayothenga Fred.
Abathi mina yazi into engifuthi ngibonile yabona njenge Chelsea ne. Chelsea this season ngifuna ukubaxolele because umphathi wabo they to get a new owner of the team. The restructuring in fact, but now everything needs to
coach.
Huh?
Coach.
No, better nangizani behind the scenes mfethu.
Yeah, but
Ngazi ukuthi uthengwa ngwane team. Yathengwa manje teams. Yakwazi uma nama restructuring obvious behind the scenes. Now they need to adjust to the new environment, the new owner and everything.
The new owner supported the guy. They went him and bought him Koulibaly. You understand? Koulibaly is one of the best center backs in the world. Italy.
Koulibaly. Ayisuka England imkhombisile ukuthi asise Italy. Abamuki. Akudlala England isibani. England.
Yabona lapha mawusayini player uba ne hope yokuthi they will succeed.
Koulibaly fanele use by style Italy isibani.
Emvo.
Oh. Khona mistake awenzile manje recent nje iChelsea idlala the past 2 games ngasho ukuthi amjida sibale ngimthembe kanje.
Pressure is too much. Pressure is too much.
No, yeah, lapha. The thing is ngala ma league wonke. The pace EPL.
Yeah.
Pace. Yabona ku PL that is why mawubuka bantu laba yabona Maguire. Mawamthatha umyise boy Italy or ngoba ngafika be good center back angana speed. Ku EPL mawona speed forget it.
Ku EPL 3 passes a counter attack. The fourth one could be a goal.
Phela igoli lenangizane le Liverpool izolo lingene kanjani. Qale goalkeeper waneza uFabinho, waneza Henderson waphasela uMosala. Mosala waphasa back kwaba igoli.
Lapha
ayike team champion ka Liverpool.
Ngazi ngathi
Liverpool but the thing is Liverpool. That's why Liverpool mayidlala ne Man United. That's why Liverpool mayidlala ne United. You worry but you always saying we can beat Liverpool. That's the problem why. Liverpool idlala high line. You understand? Yeah. And kule high line ni Liverpool le bayidlalayo. The wing defenders bo Alexander Arnold and Robertson they're not good at defending. But they are good at attacking. That is why mawungabuka some of the games apparently one recent one. Trent Alexander-Arnold makadlala na Marcus Rashford bekawa nenkinga because game nje ngemajubane.
Ukuthi abuye.
Angaya le trend lokubuya le.
Kodwa mina umuntu engimthandayo sibada yabona Manchester yabona Martinez mfethu United. Yabona Maguire kahle ebhenjini.
Hayi Maguire.
Hayi. Martinez. Hayi.
Yabona Maguire u right la khona.
Phela Martinez ngibona ama stats akhe lo Van Dijk akaboni neza. Stats akhe yeah.
This guy bathi ngafika England but he used too short but he won more Jews than Van Dijk. And I'm like,
Martinez mfethu.
Mara le ndaba yakho yokufanisa managers than the Jews. Uyapha.
No, inkinga one iManchester United ne Kaizer Chiefs same WhatsApp group.
Baphethe
ma fan la MTC.
Awukani ma players ayinoko.
La MTC.
Ngibani wa MTC?
Oh, ni development structure.
Uba wa MTC.
Ke computer ba.
Hey, ubani wa MTC?
Bani? Baningi labantu. Obloma buya ku MTC nabo Shabalala. Bo Vilakazi bonke babuya labantu.
Bo Bloma sikaba sayini sikhuluma ngama players sayiniwe sikhuluma.
uShabalala uya.
Asikhuluma akusiba signing la uma promotion.
Ngisho njalo nini ukuthi
phela laba mdawu babuya kuphi?
Bani?
Kini?
Hayi phela dala wabudala mdawu. Kuba manje mina ubuya kunanzana ku development.
Manje yini inkinga?
No, manje aba plan wasayinile nini? Okay, yabo Breeze. Lo nimthatha Stellenbosch. I-product Stellenbosch intwana le ayintwana le
Breeze.
Hayi nayo untanda kakhulu.
Hayi kodwa lo ayinota. Hayi uyathwala. Usekhotla. Ayisekhotla kusayini.
Boni
Sikhotla.
I prefer Setebe.
Mina still
Setebe.
Mina sekuta lo convince from last year
Hayi no, hayi.
Yabona mina ngifana lo convinceayo. Yabona bani ba
Umathi
Mathi.
Mathi.
Kule defensive position.
Mathi
promising.
Kodwa nambona uBila uyandandaza manje. Ayandandaza.
Ngamthatha mahala.
Uhambe 4 years ago la kithi kodwa sowawina imidali eyi1. Samfundi. Samfundi. I'm gonna be winning things. No, my guys, kunemali yakhe 1000 imali yakhe.
Ayinayo imali sa-Downs. Ayinayo sa-Downs. Imali ithatha
Umtsipe yi-president again.
Okay, asikaye. Hayi.
Asigena next
But okay. Uhambe nemali yakhe.
Is-Sundowns sponsor yi-foundation yamtsipe.
Yeah.
Yabo. Yabo. Asiba namtsipe akakhona ikef bethatha imali ayithi sina i-Sundowns.
Okay, yabani le mali? Yabani le mali?
No, yi-foundation.
Foundation phela ukhumbula i-foundation ekamtsipe le abaleka ngayo i-tax beseza ngayo ngapha ku-Sundowns.
Yazi Mtsipe wenzani? Usponsor ngefoundation aphinda bhayile icheck ukuthi ambani uyothenga amaplay. Le mali izayiningi.
Iza la.
Yonke.
Iqhamuka ngalo.
Manje sesifika ukuthi bo-Ireland sibathenga ngaba 52 million.
Cabanga.
Ubani wakwena South Africa bamthenga ngemali engaka?
Yeah, the most expensive player vele.
Wena mawucabanga nje Bhoka ngakhipha 52 million.
Okay, bese siyabonga ama results 2-2. 2 games to goal.
Ngisho mina Bobby wena mawucabanga ngakhipha 52.
Athi ngiyakutshela ukuthi uBobby Chiefs
Mara
Manchester United same WhatsApp group.
into mzala lamathimba la South Africa apha. Uyakhumbula i-Royal AM ngale striker sabo lesale bathi ku-Chiefs bathi malini 20 million. Yalo sathengwa sikhukhune ngafa
Litswalo.
Yeah.
Litswalo.
Sathengwa malini 5 million or something.
Why ekhaya eLimpopo?
Why mayifuna kuthengwa i-Chiefs?
Hayi kodwa Litswalo sibathi mina ngabe interview yakhe why phika le wathi akasi kufika offer njalo ku-Chiefs ukuthi bamfuna ukuthenga 20 million. Nomama umkhizo wayisho la wathi bayamsuka. Ayikasi i-Chiefs ifikela 20 million. Sale.
Uzavuma yini?
uLitswalo yena ne wathi uLitswalo bafethu mina ngidlale kakhulu ngihambe dala ekhaya eLimpopo bengicela ukubuya ekhaya ufisha isikhukhune isinyera to home uyabona so ngcono ngihlale ngapha eLimpopo
ungayohola 250 kusikhukhune usho
hayi kodwa mhlawumbe amnezi phela futhi isikhukhune phela uthi uyanotice ukuthi nayo khona uhlale ebenchini
so
isikhukhune phela bathenga I think about 4 or 5
this guy with 20 million
great strikers so Litswalo wamgcela nadlala wona ngoba kathi umbone season
yalento leyifanani is the same thing lebayenze kuManchester United ngibani nomfo lo winga lo Gakpo or something like that iUnited ithe yamfuna ne bakhuluma indaba ya 60 million hayi in Southampton or something I don't know if I'm not sure if it's Southampton nabafika but you can have him nga 25 million. I'm like bloody hell kanti kwenziwani la
Hey guys, have you watched Black Dot on ETV?
TV fethi ngwele ibhola nezindawo
mina nginayo ke kwakuba nayo iTV
okunye nokunye bona National Geographic
what happened ne
yini njengabo the Queen what
yeah
it's soap
so actually no it's telenovela. Yeah,
what's the difference?
So pheshe
telenovela
mzansi
ayafana
telenovela
so people in the beautiful the days of our lives
nishentsha amagama
young and restless
yeah
edala nibukela lezi zinto
we've been around
we've been here
we've been around
so what happened then when this telenovela started bekunomdavazo
belkhaya
very strong
dle umuntu
hayi kancane to a point that most of the people bathi kushuthi ETV has unsigned the code of conduct yakhumbula bekudlala bo Emmanuel then after signing the code of conduct
kulengazo
after signing
yebo Emmanuel
yazini
corrupt
yebo Emmanuel mfethu yazini hayi
so after when this was brought in by Black Brain Gamanda N, then people said, oh, Shuti ETV has unsigned the code of conduct. So Mdavazo Bukar, strong. Then they were competitive in terms of the
viewership.
Yes. Baba Pezu.
This is one hour there.
Yeah, you're on the season 1.
Yeah.
On their 100th episode, they were competing with Abu Generations. Viewership nan. Then what you know, I got khala kakhulu.
My conservative South Africa.
Mtavazo.
Yeah, from the channel, but I call. Ukhala kakhulu umtavazo.
Kanti awunayo age restriction.
No, ingena 9:30.
But
And
it's 16 normal.
yeah, it's kind of 16, and it's not that explicit. You understand? It's just that okay, the Black Door is a club. You understand? Strip club. So what happened? Ukuthi nabe introduce lapha kule strip club kunomfundisi owaziwayo endaweni omkhulu.
Nayo dlala eklaphi.
Omkhulu. Phethe iBhayibheli
Eklaphi.
lakhe. Nakasuka ekhaya icover ibhale iBhayibheli. Nakasuka ekhaya. Lapha uphatha le yoshumayela. Unokhololo. Umefika lapha uzokhumula. Lo khololo is not attached to the shirt usala la. Then lapha kule Bible there are dildos, lubricants.
Oh, mfundisi Bombay.
Yes. So what happened umfundisi ke akwelete. They killed umfundisi. Ubhuti wakhe omncane went to the club to look for a job. Bamthatha ba replace ngayo umfowabo. Yabo?
Are you sure ukuthi azange ngocomplain abantu bamazonto ngalento?
I'm not sure who complained. Then the channel said icon too much umdavazo. Awehle.
Yazi lokhu ukhuluma ngale Black Door. There's this one leku BET but all the Queen's men.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. This woman they call a madam run a club, a strip club, but my males, lama strippers.
Yes.
So ama females.
Yes.
Agumdavazo.
Yes.
So
It's of the same nature.
But
So-
then, but I don't understand.
we are conservative like the
No, like guys, I think we probably okay if not all of us, but then the majority of us we are owning a DSTV. But then you decide what you wanna watch.
What you wanna watch. Exactly.
South Africa.
I anginamuntu ongishitshe channel ukuthi ngibuke yini.
I go there because
Yes.
I want to. If I impart kahle Black Door, angiyekele.
Yes.
9:30 I move to another soap or
Exactly.
something else.
I mean obviously if mhlambe sinama dish kunama parental guidance on it.
Iya
Yeah,
indicate.
uyasho ukuthi yabo
Even though
yona
yona-
pasinani nge-TV lapha kamna bethu kunabantwana abancane ngiyayifala.
Marasbenfewe namzali. Emmanuel besihlala sesilinde abazali balale.
Exactly.
Oh, thina ku-Emmanuel mfethu benganama DSTV besishaya ngo-TV SABC 1 2 3 4 E.
Yeah.
Yakanadishi ke yabo
Yeah, mara
Emmanuel bekithi mama salele
Ngithi mute.
Yeah.
mute. Ayi sihlala
Yeah.
sihlala la. Awulali ngani? Hayi ngizolala manje sabo i-movie. Hey lapho nothang.
So what happened?
When is the volume good? Bakala wani.
So what happened when it
But
came?
now technology has changed, man.
Yeah.
Like now we've got control over these things.
When it came with the bang yomdavazo, ne? So yaqala yashisa. Kwase bakho lolu kuqabaka kungaba ukuthi labafundisi or whatever. Then I've been complaining ukuthi this is too much and it's too early.
But I don't understand this. So I don't know whether it's double standard now. I okay, into the what I know for a fact, what the wife now. But in the bin I'm explicit I wanna succeed.
The singer kaZulu ubhuti omdala.
Yeah.
No, Kanyimbawu.
That one it was something else and it's more explicit than that other.
Manje then uyabona ukuthi yabona khona ngathi kuliwa namandla phela manje
No, uMandla, yeah. Most of-
the black
most-
person
But
uMandla
I'm thinking
production yakhe le
Yeah,
But-
most of his
yeah.
productions they
But I'm
died.
thinking, good
uyayibona ke
wife.
lento leyo
I'm thinking good wife, the people that about complain a lot. It was difficult to have access because it's showman.
Showmax, and now it's coming to
no
DSTV.
iyaqala ni next week
12.
ngibona i-advert
Ah,
yakhona.
noma sabangakhala manje.
We good.
We good.
And now we are doing season 3, of which is the final season.
Yabo.
So
Hayi no but yena
It's
television
against
industry
demand.
mfethu you don't know nomandla sengiyibona lento le why
And one
bamkhansela
thing,
lezi izinto zakhe
the other thing that I'm worried about, Black Door is in Mpumalanga, Siyabuswa. So it's basically,
shusela khona
yeah, it could be the big guys in Gauteng to say no. And probably KZN cannot compete with the production.
Unless yizo lezi zakhona lapho ezosimoshela indawo yethu kwenziwa so.
But then it's revenue for us, for the town.
Exactly.
You understand?
It's revenue.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to benefit
But
from
thinking
this.
ngaba ukuthi Gauteng.
But it could be.
Those
Because-
big guns, obviously.
Yeah.
Our industry.
Because if
That's why our industry will never grow then.
Because if on your 100th episode you're competing with people who have been there for years, then that means you are dangerous to us.
But then there's nothing left to watch. The Queen paid it now.
It's been cut off. Jen is being cut off.
I'm Komoro or something. Deep City.
Deep City, yeah. If I remember very well, Deep City is being canned.
But some of these things are losing a plot. Like what Deep City, they've lost the plot.
But let's be honest.
It's the same storyline.
Like Gomorrah, they've lost the plot. When you change so many characters, man, people they detach.
Yeah, like but that's why I got the Queen. They brought back Brutas. Hey, Gomorrah, because of Mandla N. So because of Mandla N.
Oh.
Because if you look, if
I do have on Facebook.
If you look at it, like Kinswani Long, Uzalo has lost the storyline of Uzalo, but still gets renewed. The stained glass. About Gokuzu. Is it Gokuzu? You understand? It all the seasons are being renewed. But when you look at it, they changed, they tried to bring, they did a lot of things. Kunzi is dead, Kunzi is back, Kunzi leave, Kunzi comes back, Kapashe, there was a lot.
Unamzane ngizothini i-TV. Okay, i-TV obviously independent bese kuba nenanzane ne-Mnet imzansi imejikisana
Mnet, yeah.
bese uba ibo SABC. uMandla M into bengihlala ngimazi ngayo ukuthi in most cases ama production akhe asebenza ngale kunangizane kumzansi ngale Mnet. Shouldn't be the case ukuthi Lord I
this top license ekhona ku1.
But
all over the thing is that they
Magda is big now.
The reason why I'm saying this when I'm Zal ukuthi okay, we do have some of our shows that born as a production. They said even Ashama statements I could know Tina we have exhausted the storyline for season 1. You understand? As a production. But if we develop something that will relate, we're going to go back and structure and see introduce. Yes, you understand? So now with this one, the reason I'm saying ukuthi bam challenge because the production is based in Mpumalanga. Other than the others.
afunani kanti lezinto lezi ma big guns zona zifuna izandla everywhere
bafuna a piece of every piece kwi-pie.
Abayekunangizana mosifethu invest more than 200 million anethi Netflix. Yeah, la South Africa. Abayakhona mos bayodla khona. Bayakwenza lama production ababhorayo. Hayi wona kodwa. Bayathatha kodwa man
but about the worst of them all for me, it's this one. They siyithole manje clean in. La khona uhlomla dandala.
I loved it, that one.
Justice Served.
I loved it.
It rolled.
I loved it, man.
It rolled for me like it ngathini.
You got confused.
No, I didn't get confused.
I enjoy Netflix
I enjoyed it. Justice Served.
Ile angazi yabani man ngathi besikhuluma ngayo le I think be 16 June abayilontshe yini. Le ngathi yabayirufa ibank
Oh,
no yabona that one I enjoyed it.
Hey, lele bizwa ngale gama labo leli.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yabona but then ayabona ngeke ngabona ama production mfethu. But South Africa better as Shanyanya.
We still need to work.
Yo.
We still need
Now
to
my
work.
storylines they are similar to what we've watched before now from the US.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad The Wife season 3 is the last season of the series.
Marriage is I liked it.
Mina basically with the wife ngayazi ngenkathi the senior we train.
Mina go the wife I only watched season 1, season 2 wasn't interested.
Okay, I get it, it's The Wife, ne? Kokala go season 1. This thing beku kulo mfazi ka
Mahlum.
yes, ne? Then yabuya season 2 uphuma kwaZandile ejele. So towards the end of season 2 kwa introducewa umfazi ozothathwa this guy. Who's this guy? What one?
Yes, baza banibini.
Mo phela the umncane.
Lo mncane uqhawe, yes. So now he focus lapha because last episode umfazi wakhe bamthumba.
Aqhawe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wala kahle kahle athunjwa nguthathwa ifamily yakhe. So apparently the Zulus have met their match in the game. And they've been winning, conquering Bomajola, conquering everywhere. So with the season 3, apparently they've been met. Match, yeah. I think because the Sutu, so I think it's the Sutu.
But mina mfethu yabona Ramsey lento ishoyo ne.
Awufake lapho mzala,
Lento ishoyo na Ramsey. Mina I can concur with you. Ukuthi sometimes bese kuba na plot yama storyline ngathi ayalahleka.
Yeah.
Ngabona kusibaya. Kusibaya bese ngabazi bangasathi benzani.
No, like I think Usbaya was coming along. Usbaya bonakala at the time secure it came in. So they had to find a way of concluding. You understand? Because you cannot leave a storyline hanging, and if usashaya, like for an example, let's say you are in the middle of the show, ne? You are in your second hour of the show, and there are things that you've always begged for in that hour. Then we come and say, info.
Nalendo say candy.
We're almost done.
Then gets canned.
Then we come and say, info, this is your last hour. We are pum. What would you do? Uzohlanga vele. So landela ukungale egcineni ufuna ukupesha khona la.
Best conclusion good bantu bazo strike abathi hayi ayikwazi kuphela. Angenzi mess.
Yebo. So nje that means our entertainment industry in terms of the television side of things. We are not
for I South Africa kuphela. Bona mfethu I always tell people if you want to do season 2 kwamele ujime mfethu. You will watch bo man high.
Yazi problem
season 3 yakhona. It was not good.
Yazi
problem watch Stranger Things
on Netflix.
Yabona season 4 yakhona bosobo mase bosobapatanisa babuthi baphuma nje. Indoda. Shaya season 1 shaya season 2. Retire.
That's the
problem. The problem yakona kuba sekutheni the aim was to do one season. And then basically the network signed you to make a follow-up season.
Because of the revenue you have.
That's going to be chaotic.
That's the reason why I'm saying I'm glad it like this is the final season.
Find like my movies, it's not just only series. My movies, it's difficult to find a sequel that is better than the first one. It's difficult.
Like two Ben's franchise will be by king.
The only movie like Marvel, the movie that Captain America topped the original one.
Yeah.
It's one of the rarest things. What you can talk
with the international series, what the series that I loved from season 1 to the last season, Power. The Power.
Season 6.
Yeah. With Power. It had to conclude.
Season 6.
Yeah, was it by book in the book
of a power book.
Yeah.
Why I will fit to Barbara Bangapin.
Banga say loopy.
Divert man now production which has something else, but it's gonna be under my name. You're gonna send another TV channel there. Got my daughter. They will need something else different. Call me Mchita Manetti come like as being him Bugana with Facebook. Don't you about somebody Upala Zongari Turbo Zano Wapala, but the Queen Wapala, boy, Wapala. Let a mask come and they want to sew it.
Yeah.
you find those guys who with the river who write in here, but they're
thing-
different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the thing is that
things.
when Mzala ukuthi most of the people, yabo njengabo mzonzi example njengabo Gugu. uGugu is just a line producer. You understand? He would bring the idea, then have different writers to say, okay, guys, this is what we're going on. Namanje, I'm okay. I get to why he can't, he Jen. They didn't have the medical advisor because was a special. To say, guys, when we speak of this in the medical space,
But I love the idea of doing that, of such things.
But medical gen must be production as you say, but that's the idea.
yeah,
It doesn't matter as long as you can make it relate to us.
But the problem is, when the interspection, one medical expert to tell you.
that's the mistake because now they
what needs
they
to be
do
done.
have.
Well, estates the way basenzenga khona listen, I don't know if you've seen it. Kune yemaphoyisa bathi kune ma firefight
Oh,
division kube neyemaphoyisa division kube neyasesibhedlela kodwa they are existing in the same universe. Lo makalimala la uyesibhedlela kule series
yeah, bonke bayadlala kule series yakhe ngayoje igama layo. Yeah, I see NC.
Kukhona le kune Chicago PD
yes.
kube ne
khona 991 akusi 991 ngiyayikhumbula.
Yeah, anawo lamalo, which is interesting. They make it now NCIS they have about what 4 NCISs, but they are in a different state.
Exactly. But I think one thing that I can tell those people, they let them catch in the go Netflix. Netflix ifuna mfethu idollars la South Africa. Bayabona ukuthi audience yabo futhi yakhula la Africa, and they can see ukuthi we've got the biggest or the best.
There's a potential of untapped stories. But the thing is that our stories always go back to apartheid.
But I think one is, but I'm telling you, I always say people, I'm a reality, because if they,
How many realities you gonna do?
If they are Natasha, they are by XI Cape Town.
Blood what?
Yeah, blood what is bad. It's based
Yo.
on the story.
But this isn't doing no.
Hey, you yabona yonke ithi bagcina sizindwa ngoba vele the story saphela it happened in real life.
They looked at the numbers.
But I get what Mzala is saying. But how many true stories are you gonna do?
No, I would count.
We have.
I would count.
No. I'm not sure about when how many are you
Yes.
gonna do? Because
I'm saying-
you're gonna exhaust them. You need imagination.
Indoda kuneyakho umuntu story sa amaphoyisa adulana nabantu laba lapha endlini bafika roof. It's very interesting. Unangizana nabazi nazi inkosi ziyalwa manje. Very interesting.
Yabona inkosi eyilwayo.
Hayi bomisiZulu namntana kibo. Yeah, okay, yeah, bayede ya.
Mzala
usimakade lophaphayo man, smart yapapa naye. Yapapa smart.
No, smart yapapa.
Black child. I see black
You're
child.
right, child. I
man.
see you.
Yeah, we get that.
Yeah.
But there is in fact there's a lot ema flats ethu asenzana unrest.
Bayasiqayela.
Those are like
But
stories
the thing,
that you can bring them into
the
reality.
thing that
I
is
get
that
that, but Mzala ufuna to create a movie of life. So wathatha lamanzi angaka.
that's the thing.
Technology.
That's what I'm trying to come to. Next, the thing is that we don't have the production houses. You
Yeah,
understand?
our
real production
our
houses.
production houses, they still need to be
Yona
developed.
usibani bakushayela inangizane ikasi ko production house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yona therapy wabona
Yeah, Tyler, I'm coming to that. Have you seen the studios got Tyler?
They're supposed to go.
Kasi.
Mara yabona plus laba shoot laba kanani. La South Africa ulithatha.
You'll tat up. That's the thing.
Kumele uyoqasha ka Van der Merwe somewhere.
I'm charging I find the remove.
I told them the facility ayikho enough.
Eh,
In
sekumele
terms
uye
of
kaSkumane kamakhelwane.
about green screening, none.
But then now the truth of the matter is Netflix wants to utilize us.
They
So
know.
you must come to the party.
That's the thing, ne?
You must come to the party.
If you look at the stories that they bring to South Africa as Netflix, they bring someone wangaphandle. You
Yeah.
understand? To be part of.
Obviously,
Like what?
they look at their market.
Um,
You should sell. No,
Like,
yabo njengabo
Justice yakho.
akunamuntu labana waziwala
hayi ukhuluma mhlawumbe njengabo nangizana njengabo mamove la Mandela.
Yeah, you understand.
but that wasn't Netflix.
What I'm saying, the production. Yala South Africa.
Anamali.
Exactly.
Anti nina minister wema funeral lekumele ngabe
Minister of flag.
manje novela ngabura right.
Minister of flag.
Hayi so. Azingiyenzela kabelungu balana labelungu benangizana be high fed.
The newspapers. No.
I say me high field.
Wona ngizane boka basukela untate wethu tate Mphethu ukuthi wenzeni bayambhala namuhla untate Mphethu ufuna ukuyovala iphepha uthi ngapublish bambize nje ngamagama ngegama
umyoutuber
No.
hayi kwamina ngezimute mina when I'm coughing ngimzala umyoutuber
zange sabona nokubona.
And phela ngibathi ngaphetha ngikuzwa mina ngikuzwa ngale ndlebe le engaphandle.
Uthi ntathu Mphethu bambhale ukuthi wenzeni.
So apparently obviously local businessmen bambuze, okay, they want to have an interest ukuthi ihotela lakhe wild me yabo
lela
The construction is.
but like I mean personal space sakhe le yabona when
Mara
I'm
vele
Sport.
no it's personal space sakhe yakhe but now so you but article around yena ke uyamthuka umtshela ukuthi wenzani yabo disgrace bani how sengena ngani manje lo
Because at the end of the day,
noma ngathi uyasula wenza namuhla bekayile azotshela ukuthi because bangapublish the article noma they in the newspaper yabona. So it's like mina I'm of the view that it's like they're making fun out of him.
yeah.
Nalokuthi ulapha bashuthi video
Bashuthi live
yabona
video, yeah.
live video vele kunabaphoyisa lapha kunani
ile hotel.
high fed offices.
There's officer.
Bayasho ukuthi video lokuthi ulapha.
Wow. The thing is not afethu ayilelele kakhe. Akasasukela umuntu uthi yena ngifuna high fed uzongibhala.
And
Nekuthi ihotela yami ubhala ukuthi lenzeni.
private property. It's not like it was promised to people to say, guys, I'm going to do a hotel
Yes.
nizokwazi ukuthi nisebenzise. Then now he is not delivering.
I-drought etora ngithi yakhumbula ngalesikhathi salomlungu lo. Lo mlungu okudubula abantu. Bebathule ngathi badutshuliwe. Bagade ukuthi kuzawuvela bani.
No, but then it's not fair, man. It's like they're attacking the black community because I mean it's so unnecessary ukuthi bangahamba ba emfethu dala hotel esilala dala khona lapha. Kuzone one waka wayibhodarisha ukuthi sekwenzakalani. Sebathi bona mangena bezwe ngathi kune construction. If une construction i-personal
kukudala lapha.
I-private i-personal construction that gonna resume.
Kune construction.
Bezuthi uzo-resume i-construction. I-private i-personal futhi. Le hotel phela lakhiwa government andithi. Noma kuthiwa ya-resume i-construction.
Yeah.
Irezumela mina.
Mina ezomnini.
Wena ungeni nganezo. Kuthi nje kwamele wena wenza istory ngami ungithuke futhi uyabona on top of that. On my ku-newspaper yakho. Hayi mina ubiza ngamagama.
Entweni
Entweni
yami.
yami. Ungidelela.
We community newspaper do what interests the community in terms of the service delivery and other things that
are necessary. Nama-double standards, come on.
No, mara nababhala idoli phela funa babhale zilingane. Kungabi ngathi manje kuzola kithi ngoba phela nathi we can go.
No, ingiwa wena Rems.
Yeah.
You're writing an article. Okay, rumors has it ukuthi mayena there's going to be nangizana development hotel yabona. But then we try to reach Mr. Mphethu yabona. But then wathi mayena the only people azokhuluma nabo abantu abazoba ne-interest ukuthi mhlambe iyenzeka lento nangabe kuyenzeka yabo. Case closed.
Phela funa angithi yazi ukuthi bantu bemaphepha ba sensationalize.
Manje sofa wena ukuthi wake waphatha kuphi wenzani wabosha kwenzekalani like how's that end of our business?
Yeah, bafuna stories be interesting.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know into zamaphepha.
Bayibhala umuntu omhlophe so labantu.
They never do.
These people have got double standards.
Hey, it's one of those things angithi mzala le ngitshela yona mina ngithi
it's time they get a
if
competition.
kunento le nauseating la South Africa ilento kulokuba busy bathi rainbow nation yamakaka. There is no
Some
such
people
thing
like
as a
no
rainbow
next
nation.
face. Yabona this white stream media face man.
There is no
Doing
such
us
thing.
dirty, man.
Too
Doing us
much.
dirty,
You know.
man.
Too much.
Yeah, anyway.
So yeah, we have exhausted what we had, unless mhlambe kuna khona okuvukayo, we touch on it and
Hey, Mzala,
No, I'm
Mzala
giving
is
ilokho
Mzala is
esiqeda ngakho ne.
it's a river that never runs dry. Don't start.
Aye.
kumvukele bekungekho.
We're gonna be recording for the next 2 hours.
Same right.
Thank you so much.
Call.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Raps was here, Rems was here, Mr.
Yeah,
X was
man.
here, I was here. See you on our next episode where we be radical as we did, as we always will. Unbiased, as
Uncensored. But
And
we call a
filtered.
spade a spade.
As is ngehen.
as again.
Ah.
Watch it at your own risk.
Ah.
We out of here. Bye bye.
Wallah.
See ya.